Welcome to the Modern Assyrian program on ANB SAT. My name is Carmen Morad. Today's special guest is Mr. Surjit Singh Malhi from the city of Turlock.
Beaten and told to go back to his country tonight, the attack of this Turlock man is being called a hate crime.
I'm American 100%, no doubt, So they says, go back to your country, you know. So this is my country.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Curtis Ming.
And I'm Sharon Roget. CBS 13's Mark Thompson joins us live in the newsroom with what the victim has to say tonight. Mark?
Sharon and Curtis, the victim is a member of the Sikh religion, and despite a brutal beating that left him dizzy and dazed, Surjit Malhi says that he won't be stopped and he'll continue to serve the community he loves.
Soon I saw them, you know, they throw sand in my eyes.
And that was just the beginning of the brutal attack. It was Tuesday night at the corner of Foot and Keys, and Surjit Malhi had just finished placing his last campaign sign when two men stalked and pounced as he returned to his truck.
I was kind of like that. Then they started hitting me here. I cleared my eyes, you know, when I saw them.
Blue eyes, Malhi saw, peeking through black hoodies. As the beating continued, his attackers shouted, "Go back to your country." The same message, along with hate symbols, they spray painted on his truck. Malhi, the whole time, fearing for his life.
It's very scary, you know, they're gonna shoot me.
Ironically, Malhi says it was his turban that softened the blows, the very symbol that may have sparked the hate.
My turban saved me.
Malhi has been active in the community for years, well known, raising thousands for homeless and fire victims, hauling supplies through his trucking company. A strong supporter of the Republican Party, the campaign signs that night for Congressman Jeff Denham and other members of the Stanislaus County GOP.
You know, I'm American 100%, no doubt.
As for his attackers that night,
if you're real American, you love America, you should not do that. That is not American way.
and Malhi says he still has headaches and dizzy spells, but he does appreciate all the support that he's received from the community. He says that police have been cooperative as well, but they are still looking for those two suspects.
Okay, Mark Thompson in the newsroom. Thank you.
And now I'd like to ask, CrossFit Parabellum and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints representatives to come on up for a receiving a Million Acts of Kindness Initiative certificate. Come on up. Give them a round of applause for all their hard work that you'll hear about in a second. Absolutely. Crowd around. You're good. Perfect. Absolutely. Now there's a crucial, come on guys, don't be shy. A crucial person missing from this group, and that's Surjit. Where's Surjit? Come on up. Give him a round of applause. So tonight we're actually going to dwell on some positive aspects of something that was very negative in our community. As many of you read some of the issues that Surjit experienced, and I'll have him say a few words, even though he never likes to come into the microphone. Surjit experienced a level of hatred that is not indicative of what this community thinks of our Sikh community or anyone in this community. And out of that hatred, out of that negativity, some really positive things came of it, and that's what we're here celebrating tonight. And so, to the CrossFit Parabellum family, to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints families, I'm going to be explaining what they did, and then allow a couple of them to say in their own words why they did what they did. So, may it be known that this certificate is awarded to CrossFit Parabellum and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in recognition of your kind and generous behavior exhibited in the aid of Mr. Surjit Singh Malhi through the cleanup of his vandalized vehicle and property. While Mr. Singh Malhi experienced an act of violence against him and his property, your team at CrossFit Parabellum and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints restored a basic act of kindness in providing him and his family restored faith that there are people of all races and all religions that value and offer kindness to all. Your thoughtfulness in organizing this act demonstrates your kind spirit and devotion to the community. Not only do your contributions make you an excellent choice as a Million Acts of Kindness Award recipient, may your actions be a reminder to all to act in a kind spirit to all members of society. On behalf of the entire City Council and the grateful community, may I extend our sincere recognition, congratulations, and most of all, our thanks on your noteworthy contributions. Thank you so much. Thank you. So who's going to be a representative from each group that speaks? No? Come on up. Start us off.
That's so frustrating. It's my husband that he's at the firehouse today. He's way better at this, but I was raised in a family that believes we all bleed red and we're all human beings that deserve love. And so life is about loving one another and truly showing everyone, no matter their race, religion, or sexual orientation, they deserve to feel loved. We are all children of God, and the second greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor. Love will always prevail over hate when we have the courage to stand up. America is founded on love and freedom, and it is our obligation to keep that alive. So, thank you.
Surjit, I'm requiring you to come speak.
Thank you for everybody coming here. I feel today one nation under God.
Well, I just want to say thank you. And these certificates, even though I don't have a couple dozen, we'll hand out just these two and we can get you guys duplicates. But I'm just so thankful and proud to be the mayor of a town that responds to hatred with such positive love. And so you guys all should be very proud of yourselves and very thankful that this is the type of community that we live in. So give them one more round of applause. Should I speak? Yes. All right, before we leave, and I know that they all sat down, but I actually had Carmen are you with Congressman, Assemblyman Heath Flores, that gave him a promotion. Flores' office, come on up.
Thank you, Mayor Soiset, members of the council, our chief, our fire department, our police staff, everyone who's here, friends and neighbors. My name is Carmen Morad, and I'm here on behalf of Congressman Jeff Denham, who is at a debate at the House in Modesto. I am here to express his wishes that what happened to Surjit will not be tolerated. He asked me to express his wishes that have to do with the strength of our community coming together and also showing the love, that love prevails. And as a member of a community that pulls together in times of trouble and in times of hate, especially in the beautiful city of Turlock and with the great leadership that we have, I would like to thank, on behalf of our congressman, all the members of the community who stepped up to help one of our greatest leaders, community leaders, Mr. Surjit Malhi. Thank you again for honoring him.
ਖਬਰ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਤੋਂ ਹੈ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹਲੇ ਵੀ ਗਲਤ ਪਛਾਣ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਅਜਿਹਾ ਮਾਮਲਾ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਨਸਲੀ ਹਿੰਸਾ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਰ ਬਣਿਆ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ ਸਿਰਫ 2 ਗੋਰੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੁੱਟਮਾਰ ਕੀਤੀ, ਸਗੋਂ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਤੇ ਪੇਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਸਲੀ ਟਿੱਪਣੀ ਵੀ ਲਿਖ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਇਹ ਨੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੇ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਾਲੇ 50 ਸਾਲਾ ਸੁਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਮੱਲੀ, ਜੋ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਰ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਨਸਲੀ ਹਮਲੇ ਦੇ। ਰਾਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਰਿਪਬਲਿਕਨ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਲਈ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦੇ ਪੋਸਟਰ ਲਗਾ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ ਤਾਂ 2 ਗੋਰੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਆਏ ਅਤੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੇਤ ਪਾਈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਸਿਰ, ਮੋਢੇ ਤੇ ਗਰਦਨ ਤੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਕੀਤੇ। ਇਸ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਗੋਰੇ ਚੀਕਦੇ ਰਹੇ, ਗੋ ਬੈਕ ਟੂ ਯੋਰ ਕੰਟਰੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਸਲੋਗਨ ਮੱਲੀ ਦੀ ਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਪੇਂਟ ਨਾਲ ਲਿਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਸੁਰਜੀਤ ਮੱਲੀ ਪੇਸ਼ੇ ਵਜੋਂ ਟਰੱਕ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਟੈਨਿਸਲੌਸ ਕਾਉਂਟੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਵੀ ਨੇ, ਜੋ ਲੋਕ ਭਲਾਈ ਦੇ ਕੰਮਾਂ 'ਚ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਮੱਲੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਾਣ ਲਈ ਕਿਹਾ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ 100% ਅਮਰੀਕੀ ਹਾਂ, ਇਹੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਹੈ।
I'm American 100%, no doubt, So this is go back to your country, So this is my country. If you're real American, you love America, you should not do that. That is not American way.
We are at Stan State University
for the Assyrian Genocide Remembrance on August 7th. As you know, it is Assyrian Martyrs' Day. And at California State University, we have a platform with the Modern Assyrian Heritage Program. So we are joined by two members of the Sikh community, our neighbors in Turlock. And I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves and ask them what their takeaway is from tonight's event. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Pajan Singh. I'm the founder for Organization for Minorities of India. And this Assyrian genocide of more than a century ago of so many people and so visually, so brutalized, it rings very close to my heart because as a Sikh, post the British colonial, when they separated India and Pakistan, over 1 million Sikhs were killed in that displacement. And even in 1984, there was a Sikh genocide orchestrated by the Indian state. So this is so close to home. To come here is to find family. And as a family, we need to learn from each other and grow with each other. So we want to make sure that our sufferings do not end up with more sufferings in the world. We want to put a stop to genocides. And this remembrance of the Assyrian genocides is a very timely reminder that we need to work together, work hard, so nobody ever need to go to another genocide.
Thank you. Very well said. As being two communities that have suffered atrocities of genocide, I'd like to ask you, Surjit, to tell us a little bit about the similarities that you have noticed as you attended the Assyrian Genocide Remembrance. What is it that you leave here today with the raising awareness of genocide in today's world? First, introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hi, my name is Surjit Malhi. I live in Turlock from last over 25 years. So I have a lot of Assyrian friends. We talk sometimes about those genocides, and I feel like those all three speakers, they really came from their spirit. They touch my heart. I cannot stop to cry, and then I feel like we are on the same boat. We have a same situation. Also, like in India did, Indian state did, also British did, and then also some other rulers did to us. And we have to work together as a one because we suffered. Our great grandfathers, they suffered. And then I don't like to our kids or our great grandchildren can suffer. We have to work together. We got to be serious. We don't have to worry about the picture, like she said. It's a touch my heart. We have to work on that seriously. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Surjit, and thank you for attending as we, as different communities and nations, continue to suffer oppression and discrimination, but we join in peace when it comes to raising awareness on humanity and kindness. And I know that your faith promotes kindness and peace towards mankind. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Surjit.
Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Welcome, Surjit.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule. You're a businessman, a very successful businessman. You're a very active member of the community here in Turlock and surrounding cities. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Surjit, we are very involved in different community activities. I'm high profile and active in my community, and I want to thank you for all you do within the community at large. Not only are you active in your own community as the Sikh community and the temple, but you step up and you give back and you contribute to so many different causes. whether it's the homeless, whether it's our elected officials, whether it's 4th of July parade and different campaigns.
Yeah.
Tell me what drives you, Surjit, to be so active and give back as you do.
It's make me feel like I owe for this country something, you know. Somebody gave a blood for this country to make the beautiful country and so great community they built. And then I came from Punjab to over here. I have a good opportunity, I have a better life, you know, but what I done for the country, you know. So this why I'm running around to make sure I give up before I die. I give up enough so I don't feel I owe you something, you know. I feel I like, you know, I go from my heart, you know. What I do, that's my spirit says go this way, then I go, you know. I'm not a very educated person, you know, but I go, I listen to my heart. If somebody calling me, we need you over here, then if I says okay, you know, it's all from my heart, you know. I don't know how everything is running, and then I don't know how I'm managing everything. I'm not a very good manager. I'm not very smart. I'm not very educated, but I listen to my heart. I just follow my heart, you know. But I feel very sorry. Thus, whoever built this country, I really appreciate it. God bless them. And then build so great country to welcome everybody. And then you know, I'm living here. I feel, oh, I'm not done enough for this country. You know, the people give life, blood.
Yeah.
But what I did for the country, you know, so that's make me kick more. Yeah, come on, do at least something, you know, for the community, you know. So that's the way I feel, you know. That's the way I go. So
Surjit, you are so humble. As a very successful businessman, you've done well for yourself, given the opportunities that this country has offered you. The opportunity of freedom of speech, freedom of exercising to worship your faith as you do, and I think not only being successful to make sure that you have a better life and your family and your kids and the next generation enjoys the comfort and the prosperity that you have the opportunity to achieve here. But you go out of your way. I've seen you, you've invited me to a few of your events where you have adopted portions of the highway here, of Freeway 99. You're there 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning, and you're cleaning up. And you have friends, members of your community that feels the same way of service. That is it a spiritual thing personally, or is it part of your faith that you feel that you must give back?
Yeah, it's for my spirit, also our faith, our religion. In my religion is always saying, you know, my family values is the same like a Republican family value, you know.
Conservative.
This conservative, you know. You always be armed, you know. So
Second
like
Amendment, yes.
Second Amendment. That is from birth. Sikh is a Republican value, you know, like from the birth, you know, from the when the kids, you know, they're born, they give them baptized. They always give them sword too, you know, just from the little one, and then you work hard, you know, you work hard. Whatever food you have, you share with others. You stand for people, you know. You stand for the country, you know. Even you have to give a life, you know. No problem. Yeah, but stand for the truth. So that family values I seen here in America. Very honest. You stand for your community. You stand for your people. and then, but you always involve for something. You do for people, not for your kids. Of course, you have to do for your family too, but yeah, same, you feel like this is your family too. You spread your love. This why when I do something, I call you, I call everybody to come on, we're starting something that's for community, and then this is for community, so let's go share together. So that's the way this word is my idea. My heart says, spread the word on the Facebook, on the community. That's what we're doing. Then a lot of people, they can copy us to do the same thing. It's not like a famous or I want to be an actor or anything. No, not like that. So, I work hard. I'm very busy in my trucking business. It's very hard job. It's not easy. I do that, and then whenever I have a time, I go with the people. I don't know. One breath comes, next not. We don't know. So far I have in my breath running. I can do better for America, for American people, for our community. They welcoming me to America. I really appreciate that. God bless America. God bless American people. They're standing. They build the country. They give up blood. What I did for America, still not enough. I want to give them more. Yes, that's the way I feel.
Thank you, Surjit. That's a very honest and very genuine response, and I appreciate that. You shared your work ethic. You shared your personal opinion. But it resonates with a lot of people watching. We saw that love that was showed to you recently when there was an unfortunate incident, when you were putting signs up for our congressman, and there was an unfortunate incident where you were attacked, and it is, as I keep saying, unfortunate that these things happening in our community. But the way you processed and handle it is so impressive to me and to the rest of the community. And I need to share that because a lot of members of immigrant communities face these kinds of discriminatory and hateful acts. But you set an example to how we can prevail. And how by doing what you do in the community, you had such a loving response, Surjit. And last night at the Turlock City Council, we saw that. We saw that at the City Council with our mayor, different community leaders were there to support you. And that is what resonates and that's what prevails. So how you feel in your heart, it's also how community members feel about you. So thank you for doing that. You reminded us what it's all about. And I had the privilege of being there and I saw it. And what happened to you got not just local attention, but also national attention. And our congressman also issued a statement that he will not tolerate this kind of behavior because as Americans, we all live and share this community. And you said it beautifully. So many opportunities are there for all of our communities. And when we come together, when we work together, those values are what we share. The bottom line at the end of the day is we are all here together. We have different faiths, we have different cultures, but as Americans, under one God, one nation.
I feel last night, one God, one nation under God.
Yes.
So that was one nation right there. I feel very strongly. It's giving me a kick. Whoever did something wrong, this few apple, like every culture, even my culture have.
Yes.
Everybody have it. But look, the other side, the whole America, whole community, they're standing for me. They love me. I really appreciate that. I can feel that.
Yeah.
So many comments on the Facebooks, the news all over the world, they spread. And then people standing from their heart, not just formality. I can feel very strongly, I mean, every single person, even kids, just did you see last night, the
Yes.
kids, how they was hugging me,
It was
and the
beautiful.
miracles. Yeah,
Something beautiful out of something very ugly came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And the beauty showed that there is more good in the community than there is with the bad apples.
Yes.
Absolutely. Surjit, I want to ask you about our separate communities here in Turlock. There is a very large Assyrian community, as you know. You've attended the Assyrian American Civic Club
Many
on
times.
many events.
Yes.
You've attended our flag raising ceremony for our Assyrian New Year. We had a parade. So
Yes.
it's always nice to have you. And if
Genocide.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to ask you about. August 7th, as you know, it is the Assyrian Martyrs' Day Remembrance, the Assyrian Genocide. And you and I have had many conversations. Some conversations are not as pleasant to have as others. Genocide is a very difficult subject to talk about. However, it's part of our histories, the atrocities that have been inflicted upon members of my community and nation and yours. I want to ask you about what was your takeaway when you attended August 7th at Stanislaus State University. We had some outstanding speakers from a very wide range of academic experience, law experience, and even in public relations, different age groups. And you heard about what the historical facts were, what the personal experiences were. Tell me how that resonated with you, and I know you've shared with me, you've given me books to read about the struggles that your community goes through. Share with me what your thoughts were as you left on August 7th.
Yeah, my thoughts was those things is always with me, because sometimes I talk to people, sometimes I don't. But the genocide like happened to Assyrian community in 1915. And then 1933, that was very scary. And then also, as a humanity, it happens to us several times. Still going on in my state, in Punjab. The government, Indian government, they do still doing genocides over there. There's a lot of people get killed still. Women get raped, and it's never stopped. They says India is a democracy. It's not. It's not true. And so I feel we should spread the word here. You and I, our community, both together. Talk to a congressman, talk to American people. What's going on? So they are more clean heart people, they are more clear people, they are more honest. They maybe someday they can solve the problem to help us minorities, to help us, to helping us to be free, from any place. Any other majority people, they're doing those things,
So through education, through doing these kinds of events, through awareness, so what you're saying is it's so important to do these things to members of, non-members of our community, to raise awareness.
Yes, yeah, that's what I try to explain, but my English finish, but it's, So
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I try to, we have to spread the word to educate people, educate our congressmen, our leaders from America, so they know what's going on in the earth, because America is a great country, is in power, so they can solve those problems very easy. They can solve those problems on the table. We don't have to fight, So I trust them from my heart, you know. Someday will happen, someday going to happen, you know. It's gonna start something from here.
So as we engage in dialogue, there's a proper way of engaging with our elected officials through dialogue and education and engagement. And there's also a way of creating more animosity. And the way you and I have been involved in the activities that we do has to do with promoting civic engagement, being more informed, so we can make more informed decisions. And one way is to vote. It's one way to exercise not only your citizenship, but your gratitude towards a community that has embraced you, your community and mine, which is to vote, to help. And you do that beautifully, Surjit. The way you contribute in different campaigns to spread the word, the way you help, whether it's helping with the homeless, whether it's cleaning up parks and adopting parks, whether it's financially, but it's not always financially. It has to do with showing up.
Showing up.
And
it's very
supporting.
important.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, financially, yeah, when we need it financially, we should help to, you know, but showing up, standing for the people, you know, make sure we have a same breed, you know, we gotta be like this, you know. Any problem, anything happen to our community, you know, we gotta stand, make sure we are there and then standing for each other, you know, to show, hey, you're not lonely, you know, I'm with you, you know, like happening fire in Santa Rosa. And then we went there like 3 times, you know. First day we went over there, we take the full truckload, you know, like a $20,000 to $24,000 full truckload, baby diaper, blanket, batteries, baby food, lot of other stuff, you know. We went over there. Then third day we went over there. We take a dinner for 2,500 people. You know, they were sitting in the dome. And then Saturday, the same week, we went there 3 times from here to all the way Santa Rosa. So we went over there, and then we want to make sure those people go check their house. They can go to their house. They can check if it's okay, you know. And then we was checking ID, and then we can give them a food and some water, you know. And then people, and then we hugging everybody. So, oh, we are standing for you. We are with you. Don't worry, you know. So some people was crying, you know, and then so I feel very good. So they was feeling so proud, you know, where this turban man people came in, you know. I feel that way, you know. So and then we was like 30 people over there, you know. So 13 was Sikh and 17 was American people, you know. So we was like, from 13 we was like 6-7 people from Turlock. I take with me, you know. Then people was from Sacramento, the other Sikh community, and Fremont, you know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is using your own resources.
Yes, no, that's using my trucking company, and then you know, I go to the door to door and talking to people. This has happened, or in the Sikh temple, we talk to them. Oh, the community have a problem in Santa Rosa is fire. You know, we need to help them. They need. I talk to Salvation Army, what they need over there. You know, they need water. They need this. They told us. You know, so then we collecting here within a day and a half. We make the full truckload, you know, we take them over there. So my other Sikh brothers was with me. Also, Chinese, some Oriental people, I know them. They came, they brought some stuff too. Also American people, you know, also few Syrian people from Turlock, you know, they brought the stuff over there too, you know. So we take everything over there, you know. Food was, when we take the food for $2,500, 2,500 people, you know, There was we was from several Sikh temple get together. Turlock, they cook this, and then Fremont, San Jose, Sacramento, Stockton. Everybody
Beautiful.
get together. And then the Fremont Sikh temple, they was close by. They did like a 7 days continue food over there. They cooked the food for 2,500 people. They take them over there. They was always looking for Indian food. They want to eat samosa. So
Yeah.
they was always so. Like standing for community. That's the way my family values is. My people, only we need to just talk to people to, just encourage them or encourage them.
Encourage them, yes.
So then they're standing for that. And then another thing in Houston, the flood came in, Also, my Sikh community is from all over United States. Even California, more was from California, and then from Canada also, They take 25 big trucks over there with food, whatever they need, That was last year also. And then Dettweiler fire was over
Yes.
there.
That one's also burning, yes.
Yeah, also burning. I have it. Because I cannot remember everything, but I make the book 2017 what we did, So what we did for community, So
That's
that was
wonderful.
2017. So this was, I went to presidential inaugurations for Trump, and then Heath Flora's inauguration. Also, there was a Dettweiler fire.
Yes.
What is that?
Surjit, I also want to mention that when I invited you to the Assyrian Genocide Remembrance on August 7th, 2018, the first thing you did was offer, what can I bring? And you brought us cold water.
Yes.
Hundreds of cold, because August being such a hot month.
Yeah, very hot.
So in the middle of doing all of the other things, the first thing when I invite you, you always say, what can I bring? How can I contribute? And I want to make sure that I say that is because you are non-discriminatory with what you contribute. You're always asking, what can I bring? How can I contribute? So I want to thank you for sharing that day and bringing all the water on such a hot day. I commend you for all that you do, Surjit. Thank you for being an active member of this community. We all benefit from what you do. We all benefit from what you're teaching and preaching because there are days that you feel like no one's listening, but we all are, and the community is a better place.
Yes, and then another thing I was doing for community, how to make a community together. You guys Christian, I'm a Sikh, and then they have all different religion lives here. If we respect to the other religion, and then of course they will respect you. Last year, we had Turlock Christmas tree lighting.
Yes, beautiful event here in Turlock.
So that was tree lighting. We served 4,500 hot chocolate cup, and then cookies. 4,500 cookies.
You made a lot of people happy that day.
Free. So this is my concept is. If it's a religious parade comes or anything, we going over there not making money.
Right.
We going over there to serve people, and then make sure people get everything, and then they can think about community. How we, it's hard to say. So this is my concept.
Yes,
that's
your
the way
concept.
Sikhism. And then they have 75 million people eating free food in Sikh temples, 24 hours.
That's wonderful. Surjit, in closing, if you'd like to look in this camera and share with our viewers as a summary of everything that we talked about, and you collect the pictures that of all the things that you've done. So I want to tell you in closing, if you could share with our viewers, So as you go out to these parades, whether it's the Christmas lightning in Turlock, whether it's the 4th of July, there is always that one person who is getting this act of kindness for the first time. There's always that child that will get that cookie for the first time. There is that adult that will get that cold water on a hot day for the first time. And these are these acts of kindness that you are teaching people who have never experienced it or have seen it. So you're passing it on, and I want you to know that it's very effective. So in closing, in our camera, just tell our viewers very briefly that this is what you want them to know, that they can also do this.
My main concern whenever I post anything on the Facebook, whenever doing something, you know, again, my main concern is so everybody see that what I'm doing, and then what I'm doing, so they can do the same thing to build a better community. So they can share what they're doing for the community, and then so that's the way you can build a strong American community, you know. So even we did not give a blood to build this country, but at least we give something, come positive together to build this community, you know. So so that's about it. So
Thank you, Surjit, for those
welcome.
kind words of wisdom. I know you find difficult to share the words, but your genuine generosity comes through in your acts and in how you contribute to the community. So thank you again for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us on The Modern Assyrian. Stay with us.